Good evening, people. People. I'm calling you people. You're fishmongers. Good evening, fishmongers. This is Fishmonger here. Today is the 3rd of October. This is the second time I'm trying to make this video because the first time apparently recording one of the botch up on me. So, I am excited today. I'm excited because yesterday I put out this version of Fishmonger 2.0. This is the latest version of Fishmonger. Got all the bells and whistles, everything that's been in beta. Plus a couple other things that you guys haven't even seen yet. You can find this at this website. It's wowfishmonger.weebly.com. And if you got any questions, you can send me an email. I am wowfishmonger@yahoo.com. Hopefully, I'm going to keep my Yahoo email address because of all the crap's been going on with Yahoo lately. But I think we'll be okay. So, what is Fishmonger? Fishmonger is a fishing bot for WoW. Fishmonger started off as basically a tiny little project with like 30 lines of code, and turned into a fully customizable, GUI-driven, searching fish bot that basically is flawless as far as I'm concerned. It's flawless. No, it's got flaws, but it's a great little bot. Basically, you might ask yourself, well, what the hell would I do with a fishing bot, and why do I want one? Well, anybody who's fished from vanilla to any of the other expansions knows that fishing sucks. Fishing is a grind. There's some stuff in Legion that makes it run a little bit better and easier, but it's still fishing. You're sitting in front of your computer, tabbing keys, waiting for something to move, and clicking on it. It's like a monkey's game. So, basically, Fishmonger takes that out, so you could be sleeping while it's doing the monkey work for you. Which is great because, again, that fishing grind sucks. But what's the other reason? Why did I make this? I made this to make money. Not real life money. I made it to make gold, in-game gold, because fish sells for a lot of money. I'll tell you what, fish sells for a lot of money. Take a look at this picture. This is one of the servers I fish on. I made 70k in about 13 days. That was about a little over 5,000 gold a day. Pretty much from fish, like 90% of that was fish. And then on this other server I run, did about 228k in 30 days. This was about 7,600 gold a day. Again, about 90% of it was fish. I occasionally sell like a hexweave bag and stuff, but pretty much it's just from the fishing bot. So between those two servers, and I have others, but between those two servers, I ran a total of about 300k profit, which is a good amount of gold, because with that 300k, I could actually buy about 7.5 tokens at a token price of 40k. And if you want to check the token price, you can obviously just go to the auction house and see it, or you can go to this other website here. This is wowtoken.info. Tells you the current auction prices are for tokens, and it's been hovering around 35, 37, still been under 40, but it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere soon. So basically that 300k, 7.5 tokens. And what is 7.5 tokens? 7.5 tokens is 7.5 months of game time. And what is 7.5 months of game time? Well, if you want to pay Blizzard directly, go ahead. You're going to spend $115 for 7.5 months. That's $15 a month. Obviously, they have plans where you can buy time ahead, like 6-month plans and everything, and you end up paying less, like around $12 a month. But at Fishmonger's price, it is still a hell of a lot more efficient, because basically you can buy 1 month or even 3 months of Fishmonger and get yourself enough gold to basically buy enough tokens for multiple accounts for years, which is really the goal. Get ahead on the game, pay less, save money, use Fishmonger. So what are some of the new things that are in 2.0 here? Well, I'm going to go into just a quick list of everything here, and I'll go into further detail on different videos. I don't want this to take forever. But Fishmonger now actually has an actual installer. So the first time you run it, it's going to give you a nice installation window that you can use to set it up for the first time. The status window that's at the top, you can see right now that's counting up some things, has been revised. It used to be just a static overlay that didn't move. In fact, it was called the overlay. But I changed it to what's known as the status window, which is now something you can close if you don't want it on your screen. You can move it around if it's in the way. It's got a little bit more information on it. It's a lot more compact. It's just upgraded altogether. The search window itself, the one below that, the little guy, is actually now a search window. Before it was just 4 static fixed points on the screen where it would search, and basically it was nothing that you can do. You just have to hope and pray that your fishing was set up in the right spot. Now with the search area being able to be moved, you can dial in exactly where you want your fishing area to search. So if you're searching somewhere, in this case you can see my bobber is only really in this tiny little area right there. So I basically squished my search area down, so it's only focusing. It's searching there, which just gives me a lot less errors because less data points to look at. It's only looking at a smaller area. I added an autosave function. So when that's on, every time you hit the start fishing button, automatically saves everything you have set up in Fishmonger to profile number 1. That way you'll never forget about, whoops, I forgot to save all my stuff. Just put autosave on if you want to automatically save stuff to profile 1. At that point you can then copy that profile over to other profiles, so then if you wanted to go to a different fishing area, you can keep autosave up, which is really, really nice. The bobber tracking has been revised a little bit. As you can see, it runs a little bit slower. Bobber tracking basically makes it so your hand sits below the bobber when it's doing the search. Basically, that lets you know visually if the program's finding the bobber or not. So it runs a little bit slower. It's still fast enough where you can see what it's doing, but I slowed it down a little bit because in some of my people who are running slower computers or even on their secondary laptops, they're saying it was causing the program to bog down, and I agreed with that because it did that to me sometimes too. I noticed it would change the searching, so that's a little bit slower. The health checker is still enabled, but now it's got some customizable features for you where you can calibrate it, so you can set it to wherever you want to on the screen. Look for your search bar. So if you run the like a modded UI where you have a health bar that's different, you can still do that now. Before it was a little bit of a problem with Fishmonger, but now you can run a modded UI and calibrate it to your actual health bar. And also it's got the function so when you die you can set it up so it either saves a screenshot to memory or basically outputs a file directly to the screenshots folder in Fishmonger. So you can basically if you're fishing overnight and you die and you wake up in the morning and you want to know how you died, just go into that screenshots folder. You can take a look at what the hell was attacking you basically when you died, if it was a NPC that spawned or if it was another character or whatever. You can at least see what the hell happened, so it's good for troubleshooting some stuff. The bobber search, the searching function, the speed at which it searches, which is basically its counting time, and then it's delay, which is right now it's set to 115, which is how long it waits in between search intervals, and then basically the search index number, the maximum search index, which is basically how long do you want it to search for, are also now customizable. So if you want to make it run so it has longer search times for less, you can do that. If you find you have better luck with a shorter amount of delay but higher search indexes, you can certainly do that too. A lot of it depends on the speed of your computer. You run a really fast computer, you're probably going to want to change that differently than if you run a really slow computer. So it's got the ability to kind of change that all around now, so you can totally set it up so you get awesome fishing results. I added the Warlords of Draenor fishing baits back in here. They were always in 1.02, never in 2.0, because I was originally going to make it so 1.02 was the Warlords of Draenor fishing bot and 2.0 was the Legion one, and I said, you know what, that's stupid because most of the stuff that's in 2.0 was copied over from 1.02, and the only thing that wasn't currently in 2 was the Warlords of Draenor fish, so I'm like, why don't I just add that in? And you can just use one bot, and bam, that's what I did. So now in the Advanced Options tab, you got a thing for Warlords of Draenor fish, so you can basically search for whatever Draenor fish you want, and throw the baits on and all that good stuff. For you people out there who run vanilla WoW, I added a vanilla WoW mode, basically that changes the way Fishmonger looks at the bobber and the searching and the way it loots, so you can fish in vanilla. I've tested it on Chronos 2, and I have no issues. I've run it for a while there. So that's a nice little perk if anybody runs a vanilla client, because fishing is, dude, you want to think fishing in Legion sucks? Try fishing in vanilla. I think the whole fish timer itself times out at like 20-25 seconds, and a lot of times it waits till that last 20 or 25 seconds before it decides to catch the fish. With Legion and Warlords of Draenor, it seems to catch usually around the mid mark, but the average for vanilla is a lot slower. I also have the option here. It says, if you notice in the middle of Fishmonger, it says, "When fishing is complete, do nothing, log out, or exit and close." And basically that allows you to... I'm missing some stuff here. Hang on, let me see if I can pause this real quick. And I think I know why I'm missing. I think I just got to pop this up a little bit. So let me try this. And see what that does. So when it's done fishing, when you're done running the program, you can set it up so it'll either like automatically log you out, so at least your character is not logged in anymore. Basically, it'll automatically exit and close the Warcraft program itself, which is nice. Or you can set it up so, actually in the future I plan on making some changes to that. But let's talk about what's coming up. Well, what's coming up in future patches? Well, I am going to add some more changes to the completion of fishing. Even some things there, if you wanted to set it up so your computer automatically goes to standby or automatically shuts down or hibernate or whatever, if you use hibernate. I can set it up so it does all that. That way, if you set it up for like 5 or 6 hours overnight, or even like, you know, you go out to work and you set it up and you want to make it so your computer's not on all day, it'll basically turn off everything when you're done. I was going to add some more customizations to the bobber tracking, which change how its speed at which it updates, because like right now I said it updates about every second, but I'll make it so you can whatever you want, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, a half a second. You want live tracking, we can do that. I'll make it so instead of the mouse cursor being an inch below the bobber, it'll be to the left, to the right, above, pretty much whatever you want. I'll make it so you can choose how you want it to be set up. I have some ideas for some advanced searching algorithms that'll basically help for places like Margos's Retreat. If anybody's fished there, you know how much it sucks because all those white little thingies come up, and it just kind of gets in the way of Fishmonger. Well, I have some ideas on how to fix that, so I'm going to plan on putting in maybe it's called a Margos Retreat mode, I don't know, but an advanced searching mode that you can turn on and off and toggle, and hopefully it'll help you get better results with that. And I also plan on changing the AFK manager. Well, I took out the AFK manager right now because it wasn't really doing its intended purpose. For some reason, I had the idea that every once in a while when I was fishing, I'd come back to my computer 30 minutes later, I'd be dead. I'm like, what the hell? I realized I got killed by like things like a salt-eyed scrog hunter or whatever. And I thought it was just because you've been fishing for a while, they come kill you. Nope. It's when you're fishing and you log a certain item, what's known as the scrog toenail, it attracts them and then they come kill you. So the AFK manager in its current version that I had wasn't really doing anything. So I plan on changing it around to make it so it does other things like, I don't know, automatically queues you for battlegrounds every once in a while. I can certainly put the function back in where it logs you out and back in. But I have some ideas on the horizon for things that I can do to kind of make it so you look more human. Maybe even do things like cycle through different do not disturb messages. You know, maybe make emotes every once in a while, or I don't know, dance, throw a fire pit down, whatever. Stuff like that to kind of make it so you look more human. And then basically the saving and the loading. Right now it's, you know, I do have the auto profile, like I said, set up, but there's only 3 profiles, so I plan on adding more, and I'm just going to do it in a different way where it's not those buttons, where it'll be like an actual menu or something. It should be, I'll just make it more intuitive and easier to use. I got some ideas. Certainly what I got right now works fine, but I plan on making that so it's just gives you more search profiles there. And last but not least, the search window right now, the search area, I'm sorry, right now there's a button that says show search window, and it toggles, well, it doesn't toggle anything, it just puts the search area on, which is kind of pointless because the search area never goes off, but I plan on changing that around so it'll toggle that on and off. Right now I currently can't do it. The way Fishmonger runs is it needs to search in that search box, the search area right there, to be able to find the bobber. When the first search area is not up, it doesn't know where to search. So I have to just change it around to say, hey, search the last place where this was. And then it'll still use that. That way you don't have that up on the screen. Some people say they don't want it on the screen. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, but what the hell? I'll give you guys the option if you want to turn that on. You can. So I'm going to be signing out. I'm going to give a plug here to the music we've been listening to. This is Faith No More. One of my favorite bands. Been listening to this since the 90s, back in high school, and it's great music. I love Mike Patton. He plays a lot of different kind of music, and you know, all his other bands, Tomahawk, Mr. Bungle, Peeping Tom, a lot of them are just good. I'm big fans of them, and this is Angel Dust from Faith No More, and this is like one of my more favorite albums. I just like the mix of songs on here. They just kind of really it's a nice mix of progressive stuff and stuff that kind of just rocks out real hard, and it's good. So if you haven't heard it, I suggest you check it out. I am gonna say goodbye, but before I do, I'm gonna tell you right now that you may see me out in the world. I fish a lot. I play around. If you do, I'm gonna greet you with a hearty hello. I'm gonna greet you with a smile. I am gonna wish you on your best of luck with your fishing adventures. And as always, I'm gonna tell you to fish on. Fishmonger, signing out.